Hey guys, I'm Sneha and you are watching my channel Book Junction. Welcome to today's vlog. So I am shooting a reading vlog after what seems like an eternity and I miss it so much. Like, it was always so much fun to read a book and instantly share my views and to show you a little bit about how my day goes also. Today I am reading a new book and the book is Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. The book is like so pretty. I hope you guys can see it. It's super pretty. First of all, the color scheme, like it's blue, all shades of blue, and the graphic over here, it's very beautiful. You guys know that I loved the book It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover, and I also read the book November 9. I loved both the books. It Ends With Us has to be one of the most wonderful books that I've ever read, and I recommend that book to everyone. And I've heard so much about this one. Like, Ugly Love is also a book that people seem to rate 5 stars, and I cannot wait to read this book. So since I couldn't wait to start this book, I actually started reading this yesterday. I did not read it a lot. So anyway, I'm going to resume this book now. I am around 100 pages in and like I have a lot of thoughts. Actually, I will share all of them in a while, but first I'll go and warm up a cookie for myself and eat that while I read the book. I also wanted to talk about this cookie brand that I came across recently. As you guys know that in all of my vlogs there's always food and always some beverage that I always rave about. So I got this whole pack of cookies. I've got 5 cookies in this package.
This is the box that I got from Doughful Cookies. The box is so beautiful and vibrant, and I think it makes for a lovely present as well. So if you have to gift someone something, you can definitely get this box of cookies. They have different boxes listed on their website. Inside the box you will get this card which has all the instructions about how to warm up the cookie and how to store it, so you don't have to worry about any of that. And then we have all these cookies. So all these cookies come in their individual packs. This one is their Nutella lava cookie, then we have choco chunk cookie followed by choco brownie cookie, then we have their red velvet cookie, and lastly we have their macadamia nuts cookie. I personally loved the packaging. It's so beautiful and something that you can definitely gift to someone, or you can get it for yourself as well. You can even carry it in your bag, and I think it's really wonderful, and the utility is definitely something that you can consider. This one is their red velvet cookie. It looks so beautiful and it's really nice. The consistency and the texture of the cookie is wonderful. It's not very crumbly, and that's something that I admire a lot. And there are so many nuts on it, as you can already see. I love this cookie. And then we have the lava one, the Nutella lava cookie, and it's filled with chocolate. It's filled with Nutella, and it's something that I absolutely devoured. So this is how it looks. As you can see, it's like totally filled with chocolate. So next we have this one. This is their choco brownie cookie, and out of all the cookies, this one is definitely one of my favorites. And then we have the choco chunk cookie. As you can see, the chunks are so huge.
So I warmed up the cookie for just like 20 seconds in the microwave, and this is how it looks. Doesn't it look absolutely delicious? I don't think I even have to say anything. As you can see, that chocolate is like oozing out from everywhere. This one is their choco brownie cookie, and I cannot wait to try. I hope I don't have any chocolate on my teeth because this one is filled with chocolate. The consistency of the cookie from the inside part is like a brownie, and it's so soft and gooey. Absolutely divine. Extremely tasty. If you want to place an order for their cookies, you can do that. I will provide all the information in the description box. Alright, so now let's talk about the book, because this is what the vlog is all about. So I'm actually 106 pages in. I'm on chapter 13. Like, I'll start chapter 13, and I have like a lot of thoughts. I have mixed feelings. The first thing, actually I'll share the positive things first and then the negative feelings. So The positive thing about this book is that this is written by Colleen Hoover, and she is absolutely amazing in keeping her readers hooked with her book. Like, her writing style is so simple and very engaging. So when you start reading the book, you are like totally into it and you just want to read the book till the end. I think I'll remove my glasses because this is getting a little distracting. I'll just remove it. Yeah, so that is the first thing that I wanted to mention, that the book is very engaging already. Like, I'm hooked, I want to know more, and her writing is so smooth and so fluid that you will just keep moving. Like, you don't want to shut the book, you just want to keep reading, which is a great thing. And I think as an author, this is her strong suit. So if you are a beginner, if you haven't read that many books, I think it will be very easy for you to read this book. So yeah, beginner alert, this is a good book for you. So okay, so let's talk about the story now, the plot. So basically, right now I can see three main characters, like three main characters and one as a supporting character, I would say. So we have two female leads as of now, and one male lead and one male supporting character. The name of the main lead is Miles Archer, and the names of the female leads are Tate and Tate Collins, and what is the other one? And Rachel. Yes, Rachel and Tate. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. I think it's Tate. I actually searched for the pronunciation. It is Tate. So yeah, I hope it is. So yes, we have Tate, we have Rachel, and then we have Miles. These are the three main characters. And then we have Corbin. Corbin is Corbin or Corbin, I don't know, again the name is very complicated. So yes, Corbin is Tate's brother. There are two timelines in this book and the narrative keeps switching between the two. So in one narrative we have Tate, who is narrating the story, and they are adults. There's another timeline wherein Miles is narrating the story, but Miles is like really young. He's about to turn 18 and he is with Rachel, and it's like they're still in school and they are figuring their life. At least right now, that's what I can understand. So these are the two timelines. I hope that I could explain this. So this is how the story is going. We have two narratives and the story keeps switching between the two, one in the present and one from the past, and one is narrated by Tate and the other one is being narrated by Miles. Now I am glad that I'm getting to read the book from both the perspectives. I know one is in the present and one is in the past, but what happens is that in the present, when Tate is narrating the story, Miles as a character is very complicated. He does not share a lot, he's not very expressive, he doesn't even smile a lot, and we just don't know anything about him. He's a very reserved kind of a character. But on the other hand, when we get to read his 18-year-old self from the past, when he is narrating the story and talking about Rachel, we get to see that he is of course very different. He is a kid, right? Not a kid, but a teenager, and he's expressive and all of that, and I'm enjoying that because I can see that as an adult he's so reserved and we don't know anything, and then we get to know stuff about him from his perspective from the past. So I'm quite right now I'm enjoying that a lot. So yes, enough of the blabbering. I'm now going to go and read this book and let you guys know what I feel. Hey guys, good evening. So I have read around 200 pages, and this whole book ends at page number 322, um, including the epilogue. So yeah, I guess I have read more than half of this book, and my thoughts are, I don't know. I don't even know if I have an opinion about this book yet, because nothing substantial has happened yet. Actually, some stuff has happened, but I don't know. I'm really disappointed right now because my expectations from this book was very different, and what I'm reading is very different. So I don't think I told you guys about the plot very well before, so let me just give you a brief idea. So basically, the protagonist of the book, Tate, goes to live with her brother, and she's going to stay there in his flat for like temporarily until she gets her own place. And she's working every day, she's working on weekends as well, and she has classes to attend. So she has a very tough schedule, and she does not have any time for herself. And like at her brother's place, there is this neighbor, his name is Miles, and Miles is the male protagonist of this story. And she meets him, and he is this complicated guy, and this is the person with whom she gets into friends with benefits kind of a relationship, if I may say so, even though they say that they are not even friends. And that's why they get into this arrangement, because since they are not friends, so their friendship won't be affected. And yeah, so this is the arrangement. And from the very first day, Tate is like totally smitten by Miles, and the way she talks about Miles, it's obvious that he is very attractive, and that's why she is totally smitten and totally like all over the place for him. And initially when I was reading, I found that he was like very reserved, as I told you before, that he is a very reserved kind of a person because of his past maybe. And he's very reserved, he does not talk a lot. And yeah, that's his character basically. And then suddenly he also gets really attracted to Tate. So that is kind of weird, because there was no like, I don't know, I could not figure that that would happen. I guess that was the thrill of reading the whole thing. So suddenly he's also into Tate, and then they get into this arrangement of friends with benefits. And like Miles has two rules: that do not ask him about his past, and do not expect a future from him. And from the very beginning, Tate is like totally head over heels for him. So she's ready to like accept any rules whatsoever until and unless she gets to be with Miles. And obviously she pretends that everything is fine and that she is fine with this arrangement, whereas no, not at all. She's totally smitten by him and totally has feelings for him, for Miles, which she's trying to ignore, but obviously it would come into the picture later on, which is like totally predictable. So yeah, this is what the story is about. And it's not even a spoiler honestly, because it's like right on the back cover of the book. On the back cover of the book, it's like written that they get into this kind of an arrangement where there is like no strings attached. So up till now I have not like shared any spoilers. I would still like to warn you guys that there might be spoilers ahead, so it will be the best for you guys if you like don't watch it after this, because I may talk about stuff that you wouldn't want to know before reading the book. So yeah, there may be spoilers, I cannot promise. So you don't have to watch ahead if you are not ready for the spoilers. Tate's character is weird and something that I cannot bring myself to like. I am a kind of person who cannot enjoy a book if I am not admiring the characters in the book. And so far there is not even one character in the book that I can bring myself to admire or even like. So I think Miles is still tolerable. I don't know how, but I mean, I know what he wants and what he expects and all of that, and he's like the typical guy character. But Tate's character is so irritating, at least till now. I cannot bring myself to like this girl, because I don't know, she has a career, she is driven and everything, but her choices and decisions when it comes to her personal life is absolutely effed. And I don't know, I just don't like this girl, because I don't really think she has any self-respect, yet she thinks that she has self-respect. And two, I don't know, what does she want? She clearly knew it that she has feelings for this guy, and yet she chose to be with him. And honestly, all the things that she does in the book, it's borderline obnoxious, because like you wouldn't want to do that to yourself. Like if your best friend comes to you and tells you that these are the things that she's doing and these are the choices that she's making, you would definitely slap your best friend, like not slap, but you know what I mean. So I mean, I am infuriated because I'm reading like her telling me the story. So it's like she is telling me her story, and I'm so irritated right now because why are you doing this to yourself? You don't deserve this. I mean, no one deserves this. I just read 200 pages and it's basically like porn, and I had to say this because I was not expecting this, and somehow this is what I'm reading. Like, I didn't want to read that. So basically, all throughout these 200 pages, all I got to read was Miles and Tate sleeping around, and like everything is in extreme graphic details. Honestly, I don't mind it when the story has like more to it than just the sleeping stuff, right? So I mean, I don't mind all of this. I don't mind graphic details when it comes to sleeping and like physical stuff, but I mean, there should be something more to it, right? Like right now, up till now in the book, nothing substantial has happened. Nothing, like it's all about Miles and his story, like his past and all of that, but nothing about Tate. Like, why would I be invested in a character like that? What is her story? What is up with her? Why would I want to know her story? I don't even have one point or even like one reason to like that girl or to even be invested in her story. So, I mean, I don't expect this from Colleen Hoover because I read It Ends With Us. And listen, when that book started, I also thought that even the characters in that book were a little shallow when it began. But then when it picked up, we had so much substance in all the characters, not only just one, but every character had a lot of depth. And even though there was a lot of sleeping around in that book as well in graphic details, but it was nice because there was so much substance that like carried that. And this is my problem with this book because nothing else is happening, and this book is not even an erotica because an erotica is written differently and it has a very different flavor. But this one, like this book is trying to be like a novel, trying to be like a love story or whatsoever, and it's like failing on every level till now. So I'm just very 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 disappointed right now. Everything about this book till now is very very typical, very predictable. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, like the sleeping around might have come to an end because they finally had an argument. Like after 200 pages, finally a very very predictable argument is happening between Miles and Tate, which was like long due, should have happened like 50 pages before. But like it's finally happening that, like, of course there is a problem in this whole arrangement of friends with benefits, even though they were not friends in the first place. So I mean, there are not even any interesting conversations. Like, I don't know, why do I want to know about you sleeping together? Like, there has to be something more than that, right? At least there should be some conversation before or after that. Maybe the book will get better, who knows? Like, if that happens and if I actually end up loving this book, I think this whole reading vlog will get even more interesting because I feel like, yeah, that will be very interesting that I have such extreme thoughts about this book. So yes, I'm 200 pages in. I do not love this book yet. I am quite disappointed. I don't think I will fall in love with this book, at least for now. Let's see what happens and if the author can actually save us from a heartbreak, which I'm like experiencing right now. So let's see. And if I actually end up loving this book, then I will be really surprised because then there has to be something interesting. So let's see. I'll keep you guys updated. This book is getting typical by every minute, and I don't even know what to say. So, what happens is Tate's brother, Corbin, I'll just call him the brother because I cannot pronounce that name for the sake of God. Anyway, so Tate's brother is like the typical brother who just cannot stand um, his sister's boyfriends, crushes, or any male person coming near to his like sister. He's like the typical guy, and it's not like he's very innocent himself. He's someone who has commitment issues and who cannot be with one person who does not believe in having a girlfriend. He likes to sleep around, and like That's the kind of person he is. But apparently, when it comes to his sister cannot do that, or I don't know what is up with that guy. So Tate and Miles wanted to keep it a secret, but somehow they got caught. So basically, they got caught red-handed, or anyway. So and it's like very typical. Like the brother is pissed, he's very angry, and he asks Miles if he has any intention of loving Tate or not, or if he's just sleeping with her. To which he says no, like he's not interested, or he's not willing, or he's just not looking forward to loving Tate, which is honestly quite insulting. By the way, I'm having this choco chunk cookie. Amazing again. Hey guys, so it's the next day, and I actually almost finished this book last night itself. I read around 300 pages last night and finally got to know what is that big thing that happened with Miles, and because of which he has such a messed up view about love. What is that ugly thing about love that has like repulsed him so much that he just does not want to fall in love with anyone ever in the future. So got to know everything, and yeah, so then I just stopped reading. I thought I'll read the rest 20-22 pages the next day in the morning, so I did that. Basically, after like that revelation, whatever happened with him, after that there is this redemption that happens as well. I must say whatever happened with him was quite sad. It was definitely sorrowful, and something that would leave a man really heartbroken and just broken in general. I don't know if his view about love would turn so toxic. I don't know about that. I think that was a little bit too much, but yeah, I'm no one to comment on something like that, because only a person who has experienced something like that would understand. But anyway, after that thing, there is this whole redemption that happens for Miles, and then finally, in the end, all good things happen, and we have a happy ending in the book. So yeah, that happens in the book. I honestly, my thoughts about the happy ending is quite different. Like I wish the book did not end the way it did. Like whatever happened between Tate and Miles and everything, the redemption happened for Miles, but I wish that they did not end up together. Because I mean, for someone, even if you have a dime of self-respect, you would never go back to like a person like that. I don't intend to say anything bad about Miles because of whatever he has gone through in his life, but he could have just gone to therapy. I mean, I guess all these books with really complex characters, most of these characters would have a better life if they just went for therapy. So, yes, if Miles went to a therapist instead of getting into the pants of Tate, I think his life would have gotten much easier with less complications. But anyway, he chose that. By the end of the book, there were some really cringy scenes. Like it was a cringe fest after a while. Everything that was happening between Miles and Tate was just so cringy by the end. And I have nothing against Colleen Hoover. I mean, that lady is literally my favorite author because of the book It Ends With Us. It's very typical. It's like one of the most typical storylines ever, where two people just fall into this pattern of getting benefits from each other, and then everything get complex because one person is too much involved and the other person has a lot of complications, and then by the end some redemption happens. I mean, we have read it before, and I don't have a problem with a certain pattern or template, but there should be something new in that as well. Like there should be something new, or there should be a way of writing that which is new, at least some originality. I don't find this book original. I'm not saying that the author has like plagiarized it, but you know what I mean. Like it's just not very original, it's not very authentic. Yes, authentic must be the word that I should use. There are not even enough scenes between Miles and Tate when they are having a meaningful conversation, where they are having a conversation other than like sleeping with each other and the physical stuff. You just don't know anything about them, which is so weird, because at least there should be some conversation between them to to invest in the characters. All they are doing is just like sleeping together. That is all that's happening, like one after the other. Every chapter, almost every page has something like that. And as I've told you guys before also, it's not a problem, but like there should be more to the book. I don't know if I did a good job in putting everything in this vlog or not. I was all over the place. I had just so many thoughts, and most of the thoughts are basically rants. And I just think I ranted throughout this video. I'm really sorry if I did that, but I had no other way. Like, what could I do? So I'm really sorry if you loved this book and then you heard me like rant about it. It was not my intention, but I just could not help. This is my honest opinion. This is how I felt. So this is my vlog. So I shared it. And when it comes to rating the book, I am really sorry, but I cannot rate this book any more than 2.5 stars. Like, it was below average for me. And yeah, so I guess we have come to the very end of this vlog. I'm sure this vlog is like really long. I don't know what are the parts that I'm going to edit, but yeah, I really hope that you all enjoyed this video. If you did, then definitely like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Tell me in the comment section if you like enjoyed this video, or rather if you enjoyed this rant, and let me know if you enjoyed this like reading vlog. I would do more reading vlogs then. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Until then, bye bye, and do not forget to hit the bell icon, by the way, because so many amazing videos are coming up next. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.